Hi, I am Ohoon Kwon, partner at Cha Kwon Law Offices in Korea. In last video, we discussed about the general requirements and regulations of cryptocurrencies in Korea and talked about the newly amended AML law, which will have a huge impact about cryptocurrencies. So in this video, we will talk briefly about the newly amended AML law and how that will impact the businesses. Actual official name of this act is very long. It is called the Act on Reporting and Use of Specific Financial Transaction Information. We'll call them Specified Transaction Information Act or simply AML Act. This was amended last year, but will come to effect in March this year. AML stands for anti-money laundering. Anti-money laundering has been traditionally been an issue for financial institutions because it paves the way for black monies to come into an official businesses, and it has been a big problem since the beginning of the financial market. This amendment is very important because the Korea needs to follow the standards of the global institutions, especially the Financial Action Task Force. Korea is a member of the FATF, Global Consensus for the Need to Establish International Standards for Anti-Money Laundering, which is AML, and CTF, which is combating the financial of terrorism. FATF has resolved that to include virtual asset service providers, which are VASPs, which are cryptocurrency businesses, in this list of financial institutions to be the subject of AML regulations. Those are now to be required to follow AML and CTF requirements. So while this amendment states VASP, it doesn't mean that the VASPs would be regarded as a financial institution. This could be confusing to some, and some may say because of this law, VASP, which are crypto businesses, are now regarded as financial institution, but that is not true. Even some entities as casinos would be regarded as something similar to financial institutions in this act. Yes, because there are high possibilities for casinos to be involved in anti-money laundering regulations. This act includes casinos. It is similar to the VASPs. The most important thing for VASPs, the virtual asset service providers, is the obligation to report to the KOFIU. KOFIU stands for the Korea Financial Intelligence Unit. This is the primary government agency coordinating Korea's AML and CFT policies. So in order for VASP to register, they need three things. First of all, they need to have the ISMS certificate. This is a credential issued to the Korea Internet and Security Agency that is verifying that the business meets a set of control measures to protect their information securities. Secondly, if you are dealing with fiat currency and cryptocurrency and you want to exchange them, such as exchanges, you would need to set up a real name bank account. This is offered by the bank and not by the government, so you need to deal with the bank to acquire this real name bank accounts. Lastly, you need to have a proof that the directors of a VASP are clean of any financial crimes in the recent 5 years. Yes, that is quite a lot requirement for the businesses, but fortunately the government will give you about 6 months, a grace period to begin with, effective from this March. So you will need to be prepared until September of 2021. Remember that this won't be necessary if your crypto-related company does not fall under the category of VASPs under this new law. So stay tuned, as our next video will give you some example of businesses that might or might not be categorized as a VASP that needs to apply to the new AML requirements. So if you like this video, please press like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching.